InfoFxmosako. Welcome to the recap video of this week. Firstly, before getting into everything, I just wish that everybody had a successful week, that you guys were able to learn, you were able to grow and become a better trader and individual, and I hope that you guys are resting right now. You're not resting, you're just, making sure that you're mentally and physically good and well before Sunday, going back and hitting the charts and drawing down information and what we need to learn for the week ahead. My side, it was kind of tricky. I will not lie, it was kind of tricky. I want to tell you guys about a small account that I doubled twice and fumbled the bag and gave back the market its money. But luckily, it was money that I was willing to lose. It was change. But I'm going to make an alternative video for that. But I'll have something on my Instagram that I'm going to post just to show you guys just a glimpse of what was happening at that time. Then I'll just make a proper video for the YouTube subscribers so you guys can can see properly while I'm explaining as well. So without wasting any time, please do press the subscribe button, that notification button, and that like button to get more videos like this. And like I always say, please go back to the previous video before looking at this video. So every video, my analysis recap, if you're going to look at the recap, go to the previous analysis of this recap that I'm doing off, right? So that you can really see that, okay, this guy really knows what he's doing, and the things that he says out of whatever percentage you want to say are happening. So without wasting any further time, I'm going to start with the bias on the DXY USD dollar index, which I said could test support level of 90,492. Let's go to it right now. 492, this level right here. Let's just go to the small time frame now that I can see it properly. 942, which it did. It came here and it tested it. It even broke through. Then I said 90,250 could be a fake breakout. Wait for confirmation. Possible weaker dollar. Let's see, was that 90,250? 90,250. Here it is. You see this area here, which I said it could have been a fake breakout in terms of if you go to the higher time frame, or even the daily. Let's check, but it could be. See what I'm saying? It could have been a fake one. But looking at the candlesticks that we have been given, this shows that here the buyers were in control. The buyers were in control after a strong momentum to the downside. But then on Friday, as you can see, this candle is showing what? Weakness again. It shows that the sellers were able to win here, and it even closed below this 90,492, which is now a resistant level right now. So with that said, it was here when the week started. As you can see, it was here. Like I said, it was gonna come test this level here, and when it comes to this level, it was either gonna break through, retest and go to the downside, or be a fake out and go to the upside. But luckily it was able to go down. And I honestly, this week I stopped being in trades after it got here, as it was just too choppy, man. It was very, very, very choppy. But then the US dollar was weak again for the second week now. It was weak. Well, till the a quarter of last week coming into this week, it was weak. Now we're going to GBPUSD. GBPUSD, like I said, the buyers here was broke through 1,37470 resistance level, turned support. Let's look for that level. It is right here, as you can see, the higher high here. Wait for retest or bullish candlestick breaking previous candles highs on the 1 hour time frame. Possible rejection. I said it could have been a rejection as well. So let's go back to the 1 hour. Like I said, yeah, wait for a retest or bullish candlestick breaking previous candles highs on the 1 hour time frame. So, and it broke through here. I was probably talking about this candlestick here or this one here, you know. And looking at everything, I'm sure I was talking about here, because those trades I really like taking them in the morning. You know, I like taking trades in the morning. So I was probably talking about this one here, then, you know, taking it to the upside. But also, I don't think I did, because on Mondays, like I said, I don't like trading on Mondays, because Mondays just show me, like, Mondays are there to just show me, is the market going to continue with what was happening last week, or there might be a change of direction, or whatever was happening on the previous week, you know, that was causing the currency to go a certain direction has stopped, and, you know, the direction is going to a different target based on, you know, the market and the news that we are getting. So when it got here, this was a level that I was willing to comfortably trade in. As you can see, I put a setup there, and once this setup was retested properly, like I said, but one thing that I want to say is, guys, me putting this here is because if you go back to the last week's analysis, I was talking about just having confidence of entering a trade, like putting up a setup and actually having confidence to go with it, you know. And this is what happened, whereby I put this and I just entered, guys. Once it got to this level, like, I did this and I entered, you know. I didn't think plus it was a sniper entry. I was like, you know what, if it does take me out, sorry about this, if it does take me out, it takes me out. And luckily it was a proper sniper entry, whereby I honestly didn't see any drawdowns at all. Look at this, I never saw any drawdown, which I'm very happy about, man, because I said I'm trying to build my confidence, man. And, you know, this was the first confirmation to tell me that, yo, you know, believe in what you're doing, man. Just believe. And when you say, you know, it's gonna get you and you're going to react, do that, you know. And that's what I did, man. I did, and it ended up hitting my take profit the next day, which I'm truly happy about. But one thing I can say is, I went out the trade. I will not lie to you guys. I probably went out the trade when it was like kind of here, around here. Actually, guys, like I said, I blew an account, so I was trading through accounts at the same time. So on my demo account, it hit the take profit, but on my real account, I ended up getting out and being afraid, you know. So I learned something in terms of my psychological aspect this week that I still need to work on. So you know, I'm grateful that was able to happen, because now I know that, you know, there's something that I need to work on. And it ended up, you know, making a new higher high, guys. It ended up making a new higher high, breaking through this high and making a higher high. And once it got to this 1,38521 level, it started, you know, being weaker. It broke through here, which was a false breakout, as you can see. Let's go to the 4 hours so you can see it properly. There was an indecisive candlestick, which was a doji. Then after the doji, it came back to the downside, and it acted like it was doing a swing for a second, as you can see, guys. So this is also something new that I'm realizing now, you know, that you would think after doing such a swing, you know, it'll be, because it will be testing this level here. So what I'm seeing is, one would have seen this probably, you know, one would have seen this, do this here. Wait, I'll even do it proper by the daily, by the 1 hour chart. I really don't know why the Wi-Fi is so slow today. Yeah, as you can see, you'd probably say you know, it might come retest this level here or here, you know, but it came and retested this one here, and from here you would have bought, expecting it to continue making new higher highs, but it didn't. Instead, it did a swing and continued to the downside, and went to the downside. And for me, I will not lie, here I did not see any candlestick that could have confirmed that okay, this thing is going to go down the way it did right here. So I also said I was buying, I was buying. It was a weaker dollar. I changed my sentiment from like 4 weeks to 3 weeks ago because I was saying stronger dollar, stronger dollar, stronger dollar. Then things just changed and the dollar started becoming weaker. So as you can see, it started going down. GBP was losing strength, losing strength. Then for some odd reason it ended up going up again as it got. You see here, this is where I could have, because this is so perfect. I could have waited until it got here. Then when it got here, I could have done two things, honestly. I could have waited until it got here and waited for it to break above this. You could say this is uh, uh, a lower high, break through this lower high, and I would have gotten here. But now, if this had happened, and probably I put a buy stop or buy limit here, a buy stop, it was gonna trigger me. Then this would come in. Then it was gonna go down with me here, and maybe I would have had my stop loss here, but it doesn't look like a proper risk to reward. So look, imagine I put my stop loss here and I said I was going to come here. It's not a great probability, man. So maybe I would have went to the 15 minutes chart, and as you can see, when I get to the 15 minute chart, it tells me the story. Even going back there, maybe I could have entered here as well. I could have entered here as well. This sell, I just put it here to see what could have happened, and what happened. So which I'm grateful for, because as you can see, this is a shooting star, and after a shooting star, most likely you're gonna enter here, and put your stop loss right here. And like I said, the structure here, based on this structure, you will put your take profit below here or here, and now that, imagine now this thing ended up going your way, you put a stop loss here, you wait for it to run, you wait for it to run, wait for it to run, it does this, you probably put your stop loss here again, probably would have maybe taken you out there, but you would be okay because you were in profits. Or if you legit put it there by the wick, it wasn't going to take you out, and you would have realized, well, it's going down, and you know what you do, you take your stop loss, and then you wait. You would still wait and wait and wait and until it goes down, and you would probably move your stop loss once it's here. You see it broke, you would put it right here, and it will go down, probably come back, hit you out, but then it's more than enough, man. Well, by the time it gets there, it's more than enough. You're happy and you're content, yeah. Like I said earlier, I wasn't able to see that I could have taken it, but if you go to the smaller time frame, I could have taken it, as you can see, guys. So always keep in mind that the bigger time frames, you may not be able to see the structure properly, but when you go to the smaller time frame, you're able to see the structure properly, and it makes sense. But also, it can kind of be like, very, what can I say, it's not rubbing against each other very well, because they say that the higher time frame, you should focus on their momentums, because they are stronger than the smaller ones. But then that's what you're thinking, like, okay, it's a buy, it's a buy, it's a buy, it's a buy. Then you get here, you're realizing the sell setup, so in my head, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to sell, sell, sell. But then, is it a correction? What's happening here? Okay, it was a correction. It was a correction, and I could have taken it to the upside, but because, like I said, I had a bad week because I blew an account. It honestly hit me psychologically, guys. So yo, guys, just pay attention to your psychological aspect, man, when it comes to forex trading, and also your risk management, and you using leverage. It's so important, but I'm going to get into it in the video I said I'm going to do for y'all. So yeah, guys, You know, I could have entered here perfectly on the 15-minute time. Like 15-minute time frames for me are like snapper entries, because I'm a swing trader. I would like to be a swing trader because I want my money to work for me, guys. I definitely want my money to work for me. I want to be able to be, I'm sorry for that, to focus on other things in my life than, you know, to be on the charts 24/7. So you know, that's an opportunity. You know, from here we went up. Probably could have closed once we got here and been satisfied. You know, just once it broke through here, we put it to break even. I was gonna do this. Then it comes here. Then, like we did previously here, we're gonna put the stop loss here. Then it's gonna go up again. Then, you know, we put the stop loss here. Then it's gonna come back down here and go up. Then we, you know, we're gonna end up putting the stop loss here. By the time it gets here, for me, honestly, I don't mind. Honestly, it taking me out. You know, it would have came and taken me out. So I would be bummed that I couldn't take it to the top. But also, what I could have done, I would just came here and waited for it to do that. Then by the time it did that, you know, I would have been here, put it by this higher high here. Then it would have automatically just taken me out, but I would have been in profits already. So, you know, I would be a happy guy. I got profits. You know, you can't complain when you get profits. Then once I started seeing this, I could have just waited to be on the market. And what I like about this happened early in the morning, guys. So I could have taken this to the downside because I entered in the morning. If I had seen this properly, I would have probably entered here. You know, saw this, entered here, and went to sleep. And by the time I woke up, by the time I woke up, I would have already seen something like this around 8. Yeah, I would have seen this and probably panicked or something and went out, you know. But you live and you learn. You live and you learn, man. That's why we do this trick. No, we'll just do it like that. You know, we'll just do it like this. And you know, because as you can see, it bounced, came back, bounced, came back, bounced again, then broke through. Then, you know, it retested, went down, retested again, then continued to the downside. So that's an opportunity that we could have taken. Then when it got here once again, you know, you could have gotten to here because this is a undecisive doji candle. So me, doji candles, when I see this happening, depending on you know, where it is within the market. Now it's here by this support structure. I knew that something has to happen. So every time it's like this, I would wait for the second candle, and if it's above this one, I would enter on the third one to the upside. So if I didn't enter here, I could have waited, like I said, for it to come here, and I was going to take a long, you know, it's going to wait here and take a long till this resistance here, and probably put my stop loss here below this morning star, you know. And let's see how much am I getting. 3 to 1. Perfect risk to reward ratio. Perfect. And you know, it could have hit our TP. So yeah, that's it for GBPUSD, guys. You know, I cannot complain much because, you know, what I said was going to happen really happened. It's just that the way I went by in terms of taking the opportunities and being psychologically affected by it. But besides that, I'm a happy lad with what GBPUSD gave us this week. So now let's go to Euro. Let's go to US30 actually before EURUSD. All I said here honestly was breaking through to new highs. You know, all I knew was we breaking through to new highs. So as you can see here, I like entering this on the low, guys, on the low. And if you can see my previous videos from last week, I caught it from here, and I wish I had held that position until it got here, because I would have been swimming in moolah. Yeah, man. But these were the levels. Those were the levels that I knew it was gonna get to, as this was the level it had to break through, and it broke through, as you can see. And I entered very early, so On this week I entered very early, so let's see why I would have entered like that. I entered on the swing here, it went down. I entered here, taking it to the upside, and as you can see, it ended up taking me out of profit. It took me to it hit my TP. I meant to say once, but it took long. Actually, I won't lie. Let me see here. As you can see, this is what I took my take profit actually. Oh, you see, I'm not even gonna lie to you. And this was on my real account, the real account. But then on my demo account, these trades were running, guys. They came even here. They actually hit the take profit. Like this one's here. They hit this take profit here, which was the same as here. Look, this candlestick. Wha! It took me out. You see, so I was very happy about this trades on the US30. I was very happy until it started doing these funny things, like that's why I got out so early probably as well. Because look at this wicks, guys. Look at this wick, guys. What was this? What the freak was this on the 10th? So now let's go to factory and see what was happening on the 10th. On the 10th, what was that? Fetch a pow. You see, guys, how you should always look at your fundamentals. Always be careful of your fundamentals, because your technicals might be correct, but then when your fundamentals get in, all of a sudden the structure is just doing funny things that you didn't expect. And as you come here, and look at this funny things, guys. Funny. And what time was it? It was like 10. It happened at 10. I don't know what's happening at 10. Nothing hectic was happening at 10. So I wonder why I did that, honestly. But you have to go do your own research, like I had to go do. I need to go check what the Fed was saying, and make sure that I know, because Feds, it's articles. You read those articles, and they people who aim for they have monthly targets, quarterly, biannually, and annual targets, man. So yeah, as long as you know what they're aiming for, you'll get a proper perspective of what they are trying to achieve. So for me, I stopped trading the US30 once it did those funny things, guys, because wow, what are these? What are these? Like, honestly, so I just stopped trading it, and I looked at how it was going, but people were able to capitalize, which I'm happy about. You can never hate on people making money, man. They just need to inspire you, and hopefully the next time it happens, you will be within the market. So yeah, I still believe it's still going up, man. I still truly believe it's going up. It's going to make new higher highs as the economy is getting better, and the vaccines are just being rolled in. So yeah, man. We'll see what the week has for us next week. So now we'll just go to gold. The last pair that I personally trade, but I'm decided to put in EURUSD back in, man, and I just might put in a couple of GBP pairs as I'm getting quite comfortable with GBP pairs. But I'll tell you guys will see if I put it in, man, because I'm starting to understand how GBP, it's moving. So if I really get to see that valid GBP, if I get in the morning, like at the low, always catch it at the low, of the day, then by the time the London session gets in South Africa, 10 p.m., I'll be out of my positions, and I would have made quite some money, man. So now that we get to gold, I'm gonna tell you my bias for gold. Sell if it shows valid correction and reversal candlesticks. Wait for resistance level to be hit, which is 1872. Come on, for one. Let's see where that is, man. Let's see where that is. 1872. Okay, was that for one? Right here. I was waiting for this to be hit, because I was looking at this correction. As you can see, it broke out this support level. Now it turned support, heading towards the resistance, which has been strong for a while. Firstly, also, I just want to show you guys this. It's within a channel. So there's a correction within a channel, and based on that, it hit its lower high. I even told the people of the communities I'm in that I wanted to come make a new lower low. Then from the new lower low, we will see and try taking it to make a a new lower high, instead of, yeah, it will make a the passion, man, is confusing me. It's going to the upside, or it's going to continue going to the downside. So what I was looking here was a sell. I was looking for a sell on gold. But like I said, guys, I'm not necessarily going to trade gold. I'm just testing it. But yeah, as you can see, it was a correction. It came here, it went up, then it just did a bit of, like, it was a consolidating, then it broke through. Man, now you can say this is a retest on this level, right? This support and resistance now. So what I wish could have happened was that, after doing this, it just continued to the downside. And let me just put this to show you the date, man, so it can be from like the 8th. The 8th. Yeah, man. But I saw a lot of people buying. I will not lie to you. Like, I saw a lot of people buy. So people did buy from here going to the upside. People did buy, but I was just, saying, you know what, I will wait until it breaks through here to try looking for any buy signals. But I'm happy that, the correction seems like it's done. It broke through this support of the correction channel. Then it retested, went down, retested again, went down, and now it did a proper retest. I feel like when you see such a retest, it's proper, man. It's very convincing, man, because it's so obvious. When something is obvious, most likely it is the what you expect it to be. So yeah, man, I wish it could have came here to hit this level here, which would have been even better, because I know that it was just going to shoot, proper down properly. So depending on, what happens here next week, maybe it will just retest here and just continue to the downside. This candlestick, as you can see, it didn't close above this. So because it didn't close above here, we just might expect something, to a bearish candlestick. But we will see what the market tells us, man. We will see. So I'm done with what I personally would like to master. But also, as you go on this journey, man, you're gonna get currencies you get in and out of. But I really had a good week with EURUSD and GBPUSD, man. I honestly did, and it gave me confidence to just add EURUSD and not only have GBPUSD. So EURUSD, we get in, and honestly, the bias was the same as GBPUSD. I was buying, and as you can see here, there was let's go to the 4 hours so you can see properly. Wait, like I said, a friend of mine, David, showed me this support line here, support here, which was a resistance. It got broken through and now retested, and he was like, yo, dude, this thing was in a correction. It was in a correction, like. And I looked at it and I was like, wow, okay, you are right, mate. So that's when I knew, and I was like, you know what, I won't miss this opportunity, man. Like, I cannot miss this opportunity. And it made me realize one thing, that despite me focusing on like this few candlesticks, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, a few pairs. At the end of the day, man, you can look at many pairs as you want, as long as the opportunity, a proper opportunity, shows itself, you can trade that pair and take advantage. But it's way better to know uh a currency, a specific currency, by knowing when it's going to do corrections, when is it mostly going up, when is it bearish, and all of that. Like me now with GBPUSD, I know early in the morning I'm going to buy it. I need to buy, but it's only from 1 week, but every day it was a buy with GBPUSD and EURUSD. So now going further on, like, this is what I initially wanted to do when I was starting this 3-month probation, that I enter my trades in the morning, and by the time that South Africa has woken up, I'm already in deep profits, and I'm going to get out and maybe look for more opportunities or wait for the correction before the because London, it might go up even during the London session, or it might go down depending on what news there are. Then by 12 o'clock, as it's lunch, the people are getting out of their position, so most of the time it's corrections. Then until around like 3, 3, some say it's 2, but from my personal experience, around 3, 4, here in South Africa, the US session opens at 4:50. So 4:50 p.m. So once it opens up that time, that's when it starts, doing the things, and it ends up going up, man. So if anything is bad, obviously, with terms of the USD, GBP is gonna gain strength during the US session, and around maybe like 5, especially 6, when by the European, the last hour of the European session closing, and the yeah, where it laps, the European close lapse of the American session. That's when things happen a lot, man. A lot of things happen there. So, it's great to have such an advantage and edge on a pair, man. Then having a lot of pairs that also, there may be possibilities, but you're not really sure of how they go. But also, that's why I support guys like I always say, try having a family, man. When you have a family, people that you can talk with, they give you perspective, and you're able to, fix things wherever you need to fix, and just have a perspective, man. Because you need help, man. This thing, you'll always need help, and don't ever think you're too big to ever look for help, man. So yeah, please don't forget to press the subscribe button, that notification button, and that like button, as it will mean a lot to me. Yeah, as you can see, guys, here we come from high highs, you know lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Now it looks like we're breaking through, trying to make new higher highs. This one, as you can see also, guys, I took my profits when we got here. Like from here, I took it until we got here, which I'm very disappointed about, because I wanted to hold it until it got there. But like I said, on my demo as well, I just went out, man, because it was just the psychological aspect of me playing an account. I just got really disappointed, and I was like, you know what, walk away and just go reflect on what you did, and make sure you know your mistakes and all that, so that next week when we come back, you avoid these mistakes, because it could have been a better week. I will not lie to you, it could have been a great week, man, a great week. But yeah, I got in here, man. I was confident. I got in, but I got out here when the market just started doing funny things, man. It just started doing funny things, and I just got out as well. Yeah, this is honestly just the same, man. I don't know why it's doing this again. Let me just reload. It's just the same, honestly, guys. What is this? This is Euro, as GBPUSD, man. So I was buying it, but you know what's weird is EURUSD has a slight delay. Sorry about this. It has a slight delay, man, than GBPUSD, because I would enter like both positions at the same time, right? But EURUSD would be in slight loss, and GBPUSD will also be in a slight loss, but then it would end up being in profits as well. But as much as they move the same, guys, don't forget GBP, the pound, the London, or not even England, is out of the European Union. So now the pound is going to be affected by whatever happens in London, and the euro will just stay the same without obviously London being involved. So that's one thing one must always keep perspective of. So now you're not only looking at the Bank of England, you're also looking at the Bank of Europe, or the European Bank, so you must always keep that perspective, and that's what I should always keep in mind. That's why, guys, Forex is so easy but yet so complex, because simplicity comes from you knowing so much. And you knowing so much, you don't want to, mess up your mind with a whole lot of things, So with that, you take out of like maybe 10 things that you know, you're probably going to take 5 or less and use those 5 to make something great or get something great out of the market, because you cannot keep up with all those 10 things, you know. Imagine your confluences. You said, you know, I want a resistant level, I want to see, probably you have like 10 reversal candlesticks you have in mind at all times, you know, and also, you know, patterns, head and shoulder, and all this, so much, guys, that you might end up contradicting yourself. And that's the word I was looking for the other time when I was saying, you know, the higher time frame and the lower time frame, you might find them contradicting one another. So here, guys, I was honestly looking at it going up because, you know, I see it breaking this level here. You see that this was like a young correction here, you know. So look what happened here. It came, tested that, and coming back down, but it's going to break through here as long as the dollar stays weak. It's going to break through here, man. Honestly, I see it breaking through here. So now I don't know why this thing is doing what it's doing, man. Honestly. But let's go to the weekly and just see perspective, man. As you can see, guys, from a long way back, I saw this thing like just breaking through here. This is a downtrend line, so every time you know it hits, it goes down, then it hits, it goes down. So now it broke through. So now it breaking through. I'm really expecting it. Let me just make it. I'm really expecting it to come here. Look at this correction. This is a beautiful correction, guys. So if I buy this next week, but you know what? I'll wait for you guys for the analysis. Either you guys are gonna get it on Sunday, you know, depending, or you know, Monday or Tuesday. It just depends on a whole lot of factors, man. But minor factors. But yeah, guys. I don't want to make this too long, but let me just take this to 8. But I was just buying, guys. I was honestly just buying, man. Like, there's no other special thing I was doing. The internet has just switched off again, and I need to go there back and look for the internet again. As you can see, it's from my Android, man. So yeah. Yeah, man. You know, I didn't have a bias honestly for it. Like I told you, my bias was what my friend told me, so I didn't write anything down. So I just bought. I started just going to the upside, and I still feel like it's going to continue to the upside. Also here, you know, I could have entered again. You know, this are continuation uh patterns, man, or you know, yeah, I'd say patterns, which this is a continuation pattern, you know. This is a continuation pattern. So if it went up, this is like a flag, then it would go down. Then you'd probably want to buy here, you know. You could have bought here to go to the 15-minute time frame to make it more proper for you. So what you could have done is you could have bought here, or you could have bought right here as it broke through and put your stop loss here. Let me show you guys. And when you learn about this pattern, you will see what I'm talking about. You know, you could have put it here, and yo, guys, look, and take profit here. Minor one. Or you know, you could have taken it to the upside and went up with it, man. Like, there's so much you can do, guys, at all times within this market. That's how crazy it is. There are so many opportunities. That's why, you know, you mustn't rush anything. There's always the next day. And you know, you could have gotten profits and gotten out here, man, and been good as well. So let's just go to the minute 15 minutes, because we might see opportunities that we probably have missed. You could have also maybe started taking this sell here, you know. I'm gonna just see what you could have based it on. Honestly, I don't think I would have taken any trade here. It's not proper, man. I would have liked this. You see this? If it was here, I was gonna take it and put my stop loss here at the top. That's what I was going to do, but it wasn't like that. So I'm not gonna force a trade, man, when it is like that. I'm also here. Maybe I also could have taken a trade here as well. Here, then put my stop loss here, and waited for it to go a bit down, man. But it wasn't it, man. For me, it wasn't it. It wasn't a snapper, and I'm looking for buy snapper entry. So probably this could be where I buy next week. I buy here, then take it to the upside. So it did present a lot of opportunities, because I will, like I said, guys, this thing, it went up, and at a certain point during its corrections, I went out. Then I didn't trade that whole day. Then I think it was, what was it, Thursday? I don't know, Tuesday, whether Tuesday, I did that. I took that 10 AUD to like 40 AUD. Then there was the Wednesday, I changed it to my other account, my USD account, and I took it to like 30 USD, with the same buy setups. I will not lie to you guys, So yeah, man, it was. I could have really had a wonderful week, but we do learn, and one thing I want to say before ending this video is, I'm working on trusting myself, trusting my strategy, guys. Being on the markets. If I'm not on the markets, man, like I'm learning something while I'm off the market and letting my things run, guys. Like, and there's so many things I'm learning, guys. Strategies are growing each and every day. Like now, like I said, I'm getting in on the low, and by the time the London session gets in, I'm out of position. So guys, strategies, there's so many, and there's so many that you're gonna come with in your trading journey, and you just gotta choose what works. And what for me has been working, I will not lie, even before taking this thing seriously. One thing I can remember is I was always in profits in the morning. In the mornings, I'm always in profits. But then as it gets during the day, along the day, I lose those profits. So, those are repetitions that's why it's so necessary for you to write down, to really write down what's happening on a daily basis, a day-to-day basis, what are the mistakes that you're doing, because you're going to see a repetition. And when you see that repetition, you're going to know, all right, when I do this, this is what I do. And that's how you're going to find the edge and really find what kind of a trader you are. So guys, I'm thankful for you watching this video. I hope that you were able to see what I did this week, and based on the analysis we did at the start of the week, man. And you guys should just go to my Instagram and check that video out that I'm talking about, which I'm going to drop right now after uploading this. And yeah, man, keep locked in, man. Keep locked in, keep positive, keep being great as you are, because you are great. You are meant for greatness. You can achieve anything you put your mind to, as long as you're ready to make the sacrifices and leave the bad habits and leave anything that isn't helping you grow within the forex market. So from Mr. FX and the family, InfoFxmosako family, I'm wishing you a great weekend, and I can't wait for us to be back on the markets and just changing lives and killing shit, man. Sorry for using vulgar language, but I'm going to be me, man, because if y'all are going to eventually want to get into my programs and want me to teach you, not in my programs, just me wanting you to teach you, I want you to really see that person I really am. And I believe that you will not learn from someone you truly do not like, whether it's their personality, how they move, how they speak, and all of that. So you need to find a mentor, someone who you really like their personality, and if you like the person's personality, you are willing to listen to this person. So yeah, guys, peace out. Have a good one.